Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice reconciling the checking account. So go ahead and click on the link in the description to grab a copy of the exercise, and let's get started. All right, let's get reconciling. Now, this exercise is being pulled from our QBO Quick Start course, which, if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. But let's dive in and read through today's scenario. As a bookkeeper, your primary responsibility is to ensure that all financial transactions are correctly categorized and match the flow of money into and out of the bank. You have just received the monthly statement from Craig's Bank. Now it's time to confirm that all the transactions have been correctly added to and categorized in QuickBooks Online. To complete this exercise, you will need a copy of Craig's bank statement. Click the link beneath the video for this lesson. Now, you will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did the previous exercise in. If you have not completed that one yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to that exercise, complete that one, and then come back to this one. They build on each other, so it's important to start with that first one. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. Now, as I mentioned before beginning the exercise, you need to download a copy of Craig's bank statement, which can be found beneath the video inside the course. There will also be a link here in the description below. Once you download it and open it up, this is what it will look like. So be sure to download that, keep it handy, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, to start reconciling, we first need to click on Accountant Tools and then select Reconcile. So if I go back here to the sample company, Accountant Tools is towards the top here, click on that, and then under Quick Links is Reconcile. Now, note that the next couple of screens are only here because you are reconciling for the first time in the sample company. In a real life scenario, after reconciling for the first time, you go directly to the reconcile screen. So here is that first welcome screen. It's something that Intuit puts together with more information. We don't need it, so go ahead and click on Get Started. And then you'll get one more just like this. Go ahead and click on Let's Get Reconciled. And now we are on the Reconcile screen. First thing to note here is that the account selected is checking, which is perfect. That's the one that we are reconciling. We want to go ahead and add in the statement ending balance, the amount that is showing on the bank statement. So if I come back up here, you will see that the ending balance is showing as $4,860.45. So let's go back to that field and go ahead and add it. 4860.45. Yep. And then for the statement ending date field, we want to click into it and type a lowercase t. This will add today's date. Now, in a real life scenario, you would want to use the ending date from the bank statement. You would find it here. We use very generic dates and we use today's date for as an example because the sample company is always changing their dates. And so to make it a little bit easier, we're just going to use today's date as for the purpose of this exercise. Now you'll notice that because we did not process all of the bank fee transactions in the previous exercise, QBO is going to give you this warning message right here, but we can go ahead and ignore it for now. Let's go ahead and start reconciling by clicking on the green Start Reconciling button. Now, when you come up to the screen, you will probably see a few pop-ups that look like this. It's just information from Intuit about this area. Go ahead and click out of them. We do not need them. Now, if this is your first time reconciling, this screen may be a little intimidating. So let's go over what it is so that you feel a little more comfortable and understand what everything is. So the first thing to notice is the beginning balance, and that is the ending balance from the last time that you reconciled, shown right here. It cannot be changed. Then we have the statement ending balance right here, and this is from the bank statement that we entered on the previous screen. Now, if for whatever reason you realize that the statement ending balance or the statement ending date shown up here are incorrect, you could just click on this Edit Info button and make the adjustment. Now let's move down here. Next to each transaction is a circle. So if I scroll over here, you can see the circles all here on the right-hand side. This will have a blue check mark if the transaction has already been marked cleared, such as by processing bank feeds. You should already have 2 transactions checked from the previous exercise. So if you scroll all the way down here to the bottom, you will see the 2 transactions that we already marked cleared in the previous exercise. If you go to the bank statement, you will notice that both of those transactions are showing here at the end of that statement. Now, once you start checking off here the transactions, once you find them and match them to the bank statement, the information, the payments and deposits are going to move up here to this area. As you can see, we have 2 payments already selected, so that is why this number is showing here. Now, the cleared balance is the beginning balance minus the payments and deposits. So, this cleared balance here is that beginning balance minus the combination of that payments and deposits equals the cleared balance. Finally, here we have this difference. This is the statement ending balance minus the cleared balance equals the difference. Now, in bookkeeping, the ultimate goal is to have this be a difference be 0. Once you do that, you will know that everything from the bank statement is showing as matched here in QBO. So that is the goal of reconciling. Now you'll need to find every transaction on the statement and make sure that it is checked on the reconciliation screen. 2 transactions have already been checked, so you just need to check the remaining 2. And the 2 that were already checked are these from the previous exercise. So let's go to the bank statement here. We see that there is this deposit for $218.75. So if I go back to the reconcile screen, I'm looking in the deposit column here. I'm going to scroll back to the top and I'm going to scroll down to see if I can find it. And look, here it is, that deposit for $218.75. It is a match. So go ahead and click on that circle. And then we have one more example here, or one more transaction here, and it is check number 4 for $54.55. So if I click back into here, we're now going to look in the payment section. If I scroll back to the top, I can see, if I scroll down, did I miss it? There it is. Here's $54.55. And again, this is check number 4. So this is also a match. We can go ahead and click on the circle right there. And you'll notice that as soon as you checked off both of those transactions, the difference is now 0. So congratulations, you have now reconciled that checking account. Now note that it is normal to have a few transactions that are not yet included on the bank statement. In a real life scenario, you would want to investigate these if they do not clear in a reasonable amount of time. So as you can see, there's a lot of transactions in here that are not checked. It's not likely that it would be this many when you are reconciling, but just know that it is possible to have some here. And if they're just hanging out for a month or 2, you may want to go back and double check and see what's going on there. So we're just going to click on the Finish Now button on the top right corner. Click on that, and you'll get this little screen. Now, in a real life scenario, you would have the opportunity to attach the bank statement to this reconciliation. There would be a button here that says Attach Statement, and it's not a bad idea to have that extra paperwork associated with this reconciliation. So it is not offered here in the sample company. But just so you know, that is something that you would see on your client books. So go ahead and click on the green Done button. And that's it. You have now reconciled the checking account. Now, if you like this exercise and you want to do more like it, or you would like more information about that QBO Quick Start course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.